Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract. Oh dear God, not this again. Set in Dartmoor and supplied to us today by Paul Anderson, 37. So on to our briefing. Gregory has found out via Patrick that Emma is planning to get rid of him, so she inherits the estate. Joke's on her, as Gregory has already put a contract on her and there is no money. So on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with 4 objectives. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location. We're going to be having a breaching charge stored up in the changing rooms, and we'll be bringing with us a remote agmetic gas grenade in a briefcase, a lockpick, and a silenced pistol. So, right from the start and off the bat, we need to make our way into the Carlisle property. And there is our first target just to our left, announcing his arrival. No sir, you do not have an appointment with Alexa Carlisle. You have an appointment with my breaching charge. So, Mr. Whitmer, the private investigator, is pivotal. We need to get him first, and he is going to be a little while getting himself ready and set up for our little trap. So we're just going to make our way up onto the property, just going to hide here behind this wall for a few moments while we catch our breath. We're not a young man anymore, and we'll time that just perfectly to coincide with the guard turning around and walking away, and then we can make our way into the property. Now we're going to get ourselves a few items, starting with the lethal poison in Mr. Fernsby's office, and then our breaching charge in the changing room. And then we're going to do a little bit of setup work while we wait for Mr. Whitmer. Now there are much faster ways of getting Mr. Whitmer, usually involving this corridor we're currently in, but I've decided today to try something a little different. So for this we are going to require a waiter. So we're going to trigger the Hoover at the end of the corridor, and that will get the attention of one of the waiters. We're going to drop our briefcase here, we don't need that yet, and then we're going to pounce on our waiter here, and we're going to deposit him in the storeroom closet. There we go. Stop struggling, I'm giving you the day off, and if you milk it right, the week. Right, so we're going to take his outfit and we're going to make our way through the kitchen. We're going to grab the rat poison in the kitchenette, and then we're going to take the rat poison and place that on the breakfast table right here. And eventually Mr. Whitmer will come along and sample that, and he will get sick. Now the requirement is we do this in our suit, so we're going to go and put our suit back on and retrieve our gas grenade from the briefcase, returning it to the briefcase. That's it, I feel much better in my pirate robes. And all we have to do now, unfortunately, is wait several minutes for Mr. Whitmer to go through all of his arrival routine, speaking with Mrs. Carlisle, speaking with Mr. Fernsby, having a nose around, and then heading into the living room or the lounge and sampling the hors d'oeuvres. So he's got a choice of 2 bathrooms. In all of the practice runs he went for the one furthest away, which again he is doing. So we're just going to give him a bit of time to get nicely ahead of us, and then we are going to pelt it pell-mell or hell-mell down the corridor here and arrive in the toilets just behind him, and we're going to render him unconscious when we get the prompt. There we go. And we can then place our breaching charge by his head. He's landed quite well there actually. We can put the breaching charge directly onto the wall next to his head. That's ideal. Right, so safe distance, trigger the explosive, and target 1 has been taken care of. So we're going to deposit him in the closet provided and take his outfit, as we're not quite done with this room just yet. We're going to retrieve our briefcase and move on to our next target, who will be, I believe, Rebecca Carlisle, and she is currently located in the lounge. There goes Emma off to our left. We'll deal with her momentarily. So up to Emma we go. We're just going to trigger our gas grenade, and while she is getting sick and heading to the bathroom, we are going to make our way back to the kitchen, and we're going to retrieve both of the propane cylinders now that our briefcase is empty. So we're just going to grab the first one at the back of the room, put that in the briefcase, and we'll grab the other one on our way out and make our way to the bathroom. And as we get here, hopefully Emma has just arrived as well. There she goes now actually. So our timing wasn't too bad. So Emma is the drowning accident elimination. So we're just going to quickly ask Emma, have you seen my pet goldfish down there? The answer is always a no. I'm wondering whether these people know what a goldfish looks like. So another target taken care of. We're going to retrieve our propane. We're going to head out now into the courtyard and into the study, or the museum room, or the room of animals. And there is Rebecca, and she's just leaving, which is ideal. Her guard is just moving into the best position, so we can add our lethal poison to the drink and we can then move on. Now unfortunately my timing is a little screwed up here because we've taken out one target out of sequence. So I would have normally poisoned Rebecca's glass and then dealt with Emma, and in that time Rebecca would have returned. But this time round we've had to just hang around for a little while. You don't need to do this obviously, you can move straight on to the final two targets over in the churchyard. For the purposes of the video though, we want to make sure we have confirmed our eliminations. So before we head off, we'll wait for Rebecca to drop, and then we'll make our way straight over the stream, river, I don't know what you would call that. It's a body of water just, and into the church area where we will locate our final two targets. So we're just going to drop one propane cylinder on the floor in front of our target on the right there. We're going to retrieve our propane cylinder from the briefcase, and we're going to throw this one at the front of the lawnmower. So all we're going to do now is make our way a safe distance into the bushes here. We'll pull out our silenced pistol, and we're just going to wait for the waiter, who is on the far right, to vacate the area. He doesn't hang around for too long. He does have a brief conversation before he leaves, and once he is a nice safe distance away, we can put one bullet in the propane cylinder, which will trigger the lawnmower and the other propane cylinder to explode, and we can then head for our exit. So the only available exit in this instance is the hearse, so we've already grabbed the keys while we were waiting for Rebecca to sample her poison drink, and we can then exit Dartmoor. So we have confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. we met all of our objectives and we got our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.